The Padres won the first two series on their long 10-game road trip, but then had to settle for a 5-5 record as they came up short at the end. Tonight starts a quick two-game homestand with the Oakland Athletics in town, featuring one of the biggest sluggers in all of baseball. Interleague play returns to Petco, and the Friars look to get back on a roll before they have to hit the road again. A's, Padres, next. We welcome you to Petco Park as tonight's interleague matchup is brought to you by your San Diego County Honda dealers. Game one of a brief two-game series between the Oakland A's and the San Diego Padres. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres baseball. Well, back at shortstop is Freddie Galvis. He had a terrific trip for the Padres and a tremendous June so far for the Padres shortstop.
He can pretty much catch everything hit his way. He can do it with the leather, but in the month of June, doing it with the shillelagh as well. And what that tells me is that Freddie Galvis is really being patient at the plate. When there's runners in scoring position, he knows that the pressure is on the opposing pitcher. So in the month of June, at 16 games, 17 hits, spraying the ball all over the place. He'll cheat on the fastball in, he'll pull the breaking ball. The slugging percentage is really high, and then going deep in Atlanta. That's the one thing, staying on pitches, hitting them when they're pitched away, he goes away. Try not to overswing. And pitchers have a smile on their face when they see everyday Freddie working that leather out at shortstop. And you know what? He saves a lot of runs. He saves a lot of hits from the pitching staff. They'd love to see him out there at shortstop.
We don't get to see the Oakland A's very often. Saw them in spring training. We can tell you this. They've got one of the game's best sluggers in Chris Davis.
He's a threat. He's in scoring position every time he's in the box, correct? He's got 20 home runs. This kid has got 49 RBIs. Here's the one thing about Chris Davis. Yes, he swings from his heels. There's a punch out in there. He's got over 70 as we speak, but his power to the opposite field is something that's really, really special. If you throw a fastball down and away, you probably got a chance. If you get it up above the knees, this is what he'll do. He'll take it the other way. Opposite field power, yes, but he can be pitched to. Let's see how Eric Lauer in the bullpen do against Chris Davis.
Well, it is the Padres against the Oakland A's. When we return, Bob Scandal will join us as he checks in with the manager, Andy Green, on the progression of tonight's starter, Eric Lauer, next from Petco Park.
as the young left-hander Eric Lauer gets ready to make his 11th Major League start. It'll be the 5th time that he's pitched here at home in front of the home crowd. He should have a good one tonight. He's ready to go. And Andy Green has talked about this young man and what a great job he has done. In his last 3 outings, he's gone 5 innings or more, allowed 3 earned runs or less. What's been the difference? Here's what the skipper had to say.
We've seen better carry on the fastball, more life to it, which is typical as the summer progresses and you start to get to June and July. You start to see most guys' fastballs velo uptick a little bit, and he's had more life to the fastball, which I think has made his secondary play a little bit better. And I think he's been better in the strike zone. Obviously, he had that outing where he had 7 walks a couple outings ago. Then he went to 0 walks. So we definitely liked the last one more than the one before that. But even the one before that, he managed to battle and minimize damage and get out there with just 3 runs in 5 innings, even though he had those 7 walks.
It's been the growth of a young pitcher. We've heard him talk about the scouting reports. He's made some mechanical changes, and now he's using his fastball more effectively to set up the off-speed. It's fun to watch this young man grow. Well, it's time for some interleague intrigue as the Padres take on the Oakland A's. Their round through the AL West continues. Can Eric Lauer pick up his 4th big league win? We'll find out when we come back. Padres, A's, first pitch coming up next, right here on Fox Sports San Diego.
San Diego Honda dealer. Visit us at sdhondadealers.com. By Petco, the pet company. By Cadillac. Visit your San Diego Cadillac dealers today. And by Jack in the Box. This season, Padres home run score. Free Jumbo Jacks. Only at Jack in the Box. Now the Padres and the Oakland A's under cloud-covered Petco Park. It's time now for the weather report, brought to you by your always sunny San Diego Honda dealers. 66 degrees with a breeze southwest at 8 miles per hour, mostly cloudy. The forecast for the remainder of the night. That's who we are. Don Orsillo, Mark Grant, and Bob Scanlon with you for the first of a very brief 2-game series against Bob Melvin's Oakland Athletics as we check out their starting 9. Marcus Semien will lead it off at shortstop with Chad Pinder at second base. Jed Lowry, the switch hitter, at third base with Chris Davis, the power-hitting left fielder. Matt Olson at first base with Mark Canha in center field. Stephen Piscotty is in right with Jonathan Lucroy doing the catching. And it is Paul Blackburn, the pitcher, batting out of the 9 spot for the Oakland A's. On the mound tonight for the Padres, he's Eric Lauer.
The left-hander, 23 years old, making his 11th start. 4-seamer, slider, curveball, changeup, about 91. Strikes early are so key for him. We talked about him in our pregame show, and command of the fastball to the righties. His scouting report is brought to you by GMC.
About to lead it off here is Marcus Semien, the shortstop for the A's. Padres will play 2 here against Oakland, and then later on, over July 4th, they will play 2 in Oakland. Ready is Lauer on the first pitch of the ball game. That is in there for strike 1, and we are underway. Marcus Semien hitting at .255 coming in, 7 homers and 28 runs batted in. Now the Padres fresh off a 10-game road trip, which they went 5-5, won 2 out of the 3 series on the road. This one fouled back. And they're here for 2 and right back out again. San Francisco and Texas. Giants and Rangers.
One of the craziest schedules I've ever seen.
Yeah, I can't think of another time with this long of a stretch team has been on the road and away from home.
And hats off to the Friars on this road trip, going 5-5. 6-4 would have been really, really nice on the humidity tour that they just experienced. But 5-5, they'll take that.
The all hot tour.
Yeah.
This one is popped up foul off first. Eric Hosmer drifts over, has room, and makes the catch for out number 1.
Let's take a look at the defense for the San Diego Padres behind Eric Lauer. It's brought to you by your San Diego County Ford dealers. Everyday Freddy, .996 fielding percentage, best among Major League Baseball shortstops. Perella will be at second. On the corners, Hosmer and Spangenberg. Putting on the signs is Rafi Lopez. In the outfield for the Padres, left to right, Jankowski, Margot, and Reyes.
One down here in the first inning for Chad Pinder. Pinder, the second baseman for the Athletics, checking in at .246. 6 homers and 14 runs batted in into his 48th game of the year.
If Eric Lauer pounds the zone like we know he can, coming off last start, keep these Oakland A's off base, because their on-base percentage, they're 12th in the National League, 4th most in strikeouts. They just don't get on base a lot.
Swing and a miss. Chad Pinder strike shot. First K of the night for Lauer. 2 down.
Remember when I said strikes early, up late? Oh, that's a recipe for success for Eric Lauer.
2 down here in the first inning for Lauer, and it brings up Jed Lowry. Second stint in Oakland for Lowry, coming from the Houston Astros. Originally coming up through the Red Sox organization. 284, 9 homers, and 43 runs batted in. Now we're hitting at .317 in 32 road games this year. Just .258 in 38 home games. So prefers the road, and right now the Oakland A's team, a .500 club. They are 36 and 36 coming in, but in their division, that puts you 12 games off the pace behind the Houston Astros. As Lowry finds himself down in the count, 1-2.
You know, the one thing the Oakland A's have going for them, they've got a good bullpen, but it's getting to their 3-headed monster in that bullpen of Petit, Trevino, and Trinan.
Elevates, and Lowry does not chase. Lauer 2-1 with a 3.45 earned run average in 3 starts in the month of June. Defeated the St. Louis Cardinals in his last start. Allowed 2 runs in 5 2/3 innings, but picked up the victory. His 3rd of the year. Lowry drives one to deep left field. Back goes Jankowski at the wall. He'll make the catch right in front of it to end the first inning. A 1-2-3 first. The Padres are coming up. Check out the Padres lineup, brought to you by your San Diego County Toyota dealers. Travis Jankowski leading it off with Corey Spangenberg at third base, Eric Hosmer at first in the third spot, Jose Perella at second base, Freddie Galvis moving up in the order, batting fifth, and at shortstop, Franmil Reyes in right field with Manuel Margot in center. Rafi Lopez does the catching, batting eighth, and Eric Lauer out of the ninth spot for the Padres. On the mound, getting the start tonight is Paul Blackburn. Ready with his first pitch of the night. And you were right. Jankowski swinging to that first pitch, and he fouls it off to the left.
He likes that first pitch heater. And the scouting report for the 24-year-old, brought to you by your Cadillac dealers. Four seam, he pretty much throws everything. A lot of balls in play off Blackburn too. He's not really a strikeout pitcher, so the defense has got to be on their game to help out the right-hander.
Third start for him of the year, and this one grounded by his outstretched glove. Pinder at second, throws on the run, and just in time to get Jankowski.
Defense for the Oakland Athletics, brought to you by your Cadillac dealers. In the outfield, Davis, Canna, Piscotti. On the infield, Lowry, Semien, Pinder, and Olson. Behind the plate, veteran catcher Jonathan Lucroy. 5 errors, first among American League catchers.
One down here in the first inning brings up Corey Spangenberg, batting out of the 2 spot and getting the start at third base. There should be an away ball on the bench to begin the ball game tonight, as Spangenberg will take ball 3. First pitch, but called a ball 3-0. On deck, Eric Hosmer as the Padres bat here in the home half of the first inning. That's a strike, and it's 3-1.
You know, in the handful of pitches that Blackburn has thrown, now 7, you can really tell that there's nothing really that you go wow about. So he's really got to change speeds and hit his spots, rely on a little bit of movement.
Crank foul down the left field line, out of play. Full count now. As Blackburn battles back, backside of the hill right now.
He'll throw the changeup a lot, 2 lefties and fastballs in.
Spangenberg hanging tough here with the full count. Open umpire tonight, Tom Hallion.
Big fan, by the way. A couple of reasons.
Strike 3 call being one of them.
Yeah.
That is ball 4. We won't see it as Spangenberg heads down to first base. A 1-out walk. Time down for the tools of the trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks.
How good is Eric Hosmer as a hitter? Well, we know he can hit, right? But how about going the opposite way? Look at it. Center of the diamond. Fastball's away. He'll take it to left field. He'll take it to left center. And occasionally he'll put one out of the ballpark as well. He feasts on fastballs away and fastballs up. Why do I say that? Well, the numbers prove it. That's a pitcher. You have to keep the ball down. You got to mix it up. 2 seamers down and away, but you get it up and away, you're asking for trouble. Highest average on fastballs away. Eric Hosmer, top of the list, not even close at 556. Minimum of 100 plate appearances. He rakes.
Over the last 19 games, hitting at 356, 13 RBIs.
So, with those numbers, if I'm pitching against Eric Hosmer, I'm thinking, okay, I don't want him to get extended. I'm going to try to go down and in maybe. And we saw a little slider from Blackburn down and in. I'm going to try to go soft down and away. Have him hit it on the ground, maybe pull the ball, but no shift against Hosmer. A true infield for the swinging A's.
Everybody's kind of treated Eric Hosmer a little bit differently.
Yep.
It's interesting to see how some teams shift, some teams don't. He'll take it the other way down the left field line, but headed foul into the seats.
That was a slider at 87, trying to take that pitch the opposite way. Blackburn wants to get it down and in. That's right down the middle of the plate.
Kind of a hanger.
Yep, and a little bit late on that one. That ball's going to slice off the left-handed bat into the stands.
Spangenberg at first, one down here in the first inning. Very high, 2-2. Two balls, two strikes with one out and a runner on here in the Padres first inning. Hosmer now, Perella next as Blackburn gets ready. High again.
Yeah, he's not biting. He's that disciplined. You know, occasionally he'll fish for the one that's, you know, it says Padres on the chest, up around there, but way up around the bill of the cap, he's going to lay off. Different size from Lucroy.
Wonder why.
You know what? I asked Austin Hedges about that. Here comes a throw over to first base, by the way. I asked Austin about that, and he would not give it away, and I respect that because they're different signs for different situations. I said, what's with the hands and the chest protector, the knees?
Generally, you see with a runner at second base, there's nobody at second base.
And he said it could be different situations for different signs. And without getting into it, he just left it at that, which I respect.
Payoff pitch coming up here to Hosmer. The runner at first. There goes Spangenberg. Hosmer lines one into left field for a base hit. Spangenberg just keeps on going. Throws going to third, but he'll get there safely. And it's first and third with one away for San Diego.
Opposite field, Hosmer working his magic. Boy, this is big time miss by Blackburn. He wants it down and in and up and away. A slider at 87. Get on top of it. On the line, just over the head of Lowry. Spangenberg was going, and he kind of stumbled a little bit around second base. Chris Davis does not, I repeat, does not have a good arm out there in the outfield. That's why he DHs all the time. This is only his sixth start in left field for the Oakland Athletics.
First and third, one down, and it brings up Jose Perella. A chance to do some damage here in the first inning for the Padres. 274 to start the day for Perella. Home run, 22 runs batted in. And a chopper foul towards the end of the Oakland A's dugout. They're housed on the third base side here at Petco Park. Let's take a look at the keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Blowout Blackburn. Thanks, Don. And double shot of happiness at home. Off day yesterday, night game, day game, get away. So why not make the most of it and walk away with 2 victories? I mean, I always order a double shot when I get my coffee or my latte, so why not a double shot here at home? Thanks for your help on the keys, by the way.
No problem. Glad to help out. I'm a team player.
And last time out for Blackburn, tough day in the big leagues. Inning and a third, 8 hits, 8 earnings.
His third start since coming off the DL. Had a right forearm strain that he suffered during spring training in the middle of March. There's a grounder left side, deep short. Simeon will go to second for one. On to first, and it's not in time. Run scores. In from third comes Spangenberg, and the Padres strike first on top 1-0. Had to go a little bit to his right, did Marcus Simeon, the shortstop, and that costs him the run as the Padres score first.
Well, statistically speaking, the Padres love it when they score first. The race is on. Not quick enough on the turn there. And Perella getting down the line nicely. 25-4 the Padres are this year when they score first.
2 down, Perella at first base, held on over there by Olson, and it brings up Freddie Galvis. Well, Galvis had a terrific trip. Also having a very good June. Leads the team in hits in the month of June with 17.
June gloomed my eye, right?
246, 4 homers, 28 runs batted in for the everyday shortstop for the Padres, playing in his 75th game of the year. And it's not most games, it is literally every game.
His days off are the scheduled days off.
Correct.
Like yesterday.
Off day.
Yep.
Outside for ball 2, and it's 2-0 now. Last 3 games, Freddie Galvis 8 for 13. Hitting at .615 with a home run and 4 RBIs. And of course, had that 5-hit game in Atlanta. See Franmil Reyes waiting on deck for the Padres here in this first inning. Fouled back, and it's 2-1.
Talked to Bob Melvin before the game, the manager of the Oakland Athletics, and you know, pitching's everything, right? Well, of the 5 starters that they have now, Bo Mel, as he is affectionately known as, has 3 of his starters from opening day that are out. So not full strength starting rotation.
Galvis swings at that pitch up and away. A fastball at 90. And it's 2-2. Yeah, this is a different looking Oakland A's team than we saw a lot of during spring training. So a bunch of them in Arizona, and quite a different looking rotation from the one that we saw during spring training.
Yeah, they're a young rotation too.
But again, they are 36 and 36 at 500 coming in. Throw over, and Pirela back to the bag.
How quick is Blackburn? You know what, he threw that ball correctly on the outfield side of that bag right there. That's where a pitcher wants to throw that pickoff move. If you don't have a quick move, a good move, that's the side of the bag you want to be on.
Runner goes, and a swing and a miss as Galvis strikes out to end the inning. Freddie Galvis strikes out, but the Padres get a run and lead it 1-0.
And what's interesting, when you look at the young left-hander's stats, it becomes abundantly clear that the first pitch strike is hugely important for him. When he throws first pitch strike, the on-base percentage against is only .290. When he falls behind 1-0, that jumps up to .542. But here's the catch, guys. First pitch swinging, the opposing hitters are hitting .400. So what's the point? First pitch strike is very important to him, but it has to be a quality first pitch strike. That's the thing that he's been able to do much better in his last 3 outings, both with the fastball and the off-speed pitch. We'll see how he does with it tonight. Mark, Don, back up to you guys.
All right, Scan, thanks very much.
Yeah, because he doesn't throw 98, 99 to where he can get away with a mistake. So Bob's right. Quality, not just strikes, quality strikes.
Ball's behind here 2-0, and now make it 3-0 to Chris Davis.
You know the old adage in baseball, what's the best pitch in baseball? Strike one. Greg Maddux said, no, it's not. It's a well-located fastball, not just a strike, because a strike is right down the middle.
That's ball 4 and a 4-pitch walk here to Chris Davis to start the second inning. First base runner to reach for the Oakland A's. After a 1-2-3 first for Lauer. And we've seen Lauer and walks be a problem for him as we play along. Here the runner at first and Matt Olson coming up. Olson in the midst of a very difficult stretch. 2 for his last 33. 14 strikeouts over his last 9 games. Davis at first, held on by Hosmer. They shift here on Olson on the right side of the infield. Lauer misses away again, and it's 2-0. He's thrown 6 straight balls to begin things here in the second inning. He's going to get a visit from his shortstop and his catcher.
You know, I was talking to Carlos Hernandez before the game in this very booth, and we were talking about what a catcher has to do to try to make a pitcher successful. You handle guys differently. Carlos, I remember telling me when Kevin Brown was on the team, and Kevin Brown was a bull. He was a bulldog. Carlos would yell at him if he missed. Let's go. And Kevin would like yell right back. He'd get in arguments on the field, but that's his personality. There are different guys that need to be treated differently.
Olson pops it up foul, backing out of play.
So not really sure how that Rafi Lopez talking to Eric Lauer is that, hey, come on now. Let's make a good quality pitch. Let's concentrate here, whatever the case may be. Or is it, hey, lighting a fire under him? Some guys you can't do that to.
Olson trying to bunt his way on. I mentioned the struggles for him lately. They shifted on him, and he was thinking about bunting for a base hit.
When I see a guy like Olson, as you take a look at the shift, and he's trying to beat that shift, when I see Olson, he's got one thing in mind with his set. Look at the way his hands are. Look at the way he's up on the dish. He's looking to get something and pull it.
Throw to first, and back to the bag safely is Davis. As mentioned earlier, is 2 for his last 33 at 0-61 with 14 punch-outs. He's got 7 home runs in 32 road games. And he chops one into the shift right side. Pirela will go to second. Galvis covers out there and to first, safe. So they get the lead runner. 4-6 on the force out of Chris Davis, but Olson will reach it first with 1 down.
I think Jose Pirela did everything right. Position yourself to where you catch that ball kind of in back of you because you spin towards your glove hand side. Oh, you know what? Was Freddie in contact with the bag at second when he caught that ball at second?
Yeah, they may challenge that here. We'll see. Bob Melvin has hopped out of the dugout.
Yeah,
I did not see it. Did you see? Did you get a good look?
On that replay, I think I did. Bob Melvin just motioned headsets and pointed towards second base.
They are going to challenge. Oh boy.
Yep.
Got it in the beginning, but doesn't have it when he makes the catch, I don't think.
No contact.
Nobody's seeing it on the big board here, and it looks pretty apparent that he will be safe at second base. This would be a first and second, nobody out situation for the Oakland A's. And safe is the call. It is overturned here. So back to second goes Chris Davis. Davis pulled the foot. So an error charge to Freddie Galvis. First and second. Nobody out, and Mark Canha, the center fielder, batting for the first time. 244, 8 homers, and 24 runs batted in for Canna. Takes a hack and fouls it back to the screen to even it at 1-1.
This is where that fastball into righties will come into play for Eric Lauer. We talked about it in our pregame show. If he can establish that fastball in, if they offer at it, heads up, right side. If he tries to push it that way, but left side as far as a ground ball is concerned, to possibly turn 2.
Too high, 2-1. Canna had a tough May, hit at 183 during the month of May, but in June hitting at 289. Started well with 308 April. Oakland A's center fielder. 8 home runs on the year for him. 2-1 from Lauer. And that'll miss for ball 3. And Lauer's been a little bit out of sorts here in this inning. 1-2-3 first. Walk the first batter, get behind the second one. Pitch on a fielder's choice. The error committed at shortstop. So you got runners first and second, nobody out. Stephen Piscotty waiting on deck. Chop left side and through into left field. Davis stopped at third, and the bases are loaded with nobody out here for the Athletics. This has happened quickly here in the inning. That's the first hit of the night for Oakland. And Darren Balsley, the pitching coach, headed out.
He got his ground ball. It was up. You can see some serious top hand on that four-seam fastball, but just happens to find the 5.5 hole. And that could have been much worse on a pitch that was up. Third base coach Matt Williams, former Giant, former Indian, former Diamondback, on the coaching staff of Bob Melvin.
Bases filled with A's, and it brings up Stephen Piscotty. He's a right fielder, totes a .242 average. 4 homers and 29 runs batted in. On the ground, and Galvis will flip to second for 1, on to first for 2. Run will score, and the game is tied 1-1, but the Padres will take that exchange right there. Getting the 2 outs on the 6-4-3 twin killing. 1-1.
How about the bare hand grab by Perella at second base? The backhand flip, bare hand. No RBI for Piscotty, but as Don mentioned, tied up at 1. And you're right, Don. This early in the ball game, you will gladly take 2 outs and give up a run.
So tied up here, they will intentionally walk Jonathan Lucroy, the catcher of the no-throw variety. And they'll go after the pitcher, Paul Blackburn, who does not have an at-bat in the big leagues this year. This would be the 30th pitch of the night for Lauer. Inning in 2/3 deep into his outing. One for 3 in his career with 2 strikeouts. A strike.
Wow. If I'm up in this situation, I'm going to take a strike.
Just because Lauer's been a little bit all over the place in the
inning. You never
inning.
know. Might go 2-0, and then, you know, the pitcher gets the thing to where it starts to aim it a little bit, squeeze it a little bit.
There's strike 2. The bases were loaded with nobody out. Now it's first and third with 2 down. Throw to first, and back to the bag at first is Lucroy. Osmond looked a little bit surprised to see that coming over in his direction. Not a huge lead for Lucroy at all. And a grounder softly hit, cut off by the third baseman. Spangenberg will go to first, and that will end the inning. The A's do get a run, tie it up 1-1 after an inning and a half. San Diego. 1-1 the score as we head here to the bottom of the second inning back at Petco Park. Time now for our Valley View Casino trivia question.
I love trivia.
Your answers by the end of the inning using hashtag Valley View Trivia. Question is, which Oakland A's player has had the most career hits versus the Padres in interleague play? Answer for you a little bit later. Any ideas?
Versus the Padres. Interleague started in what, 97? I'm trying. Yeah. You know what?
You're blanking.
Yeah. You got any guesses?
No. Right though about interleague. It did start in 97. Framil Reyes coming up here to lead it off for the Padres. It'll be Reyes, Margot, and Lopez. Reyes 227, 6 homers, 8 runs batted in. Blackburn giving up a run in the first inning. The Padres splitting 10 games on the road versus the Marlins, Cardinals, and Braves. Still have won 12 of their last 19 games. Driven to left field on a line. Chris Davis won't get this. It's off the base of the wall. Reyes thinking two, and it comes out of the hand of Davis. Slipped out of his hand and just trickles back into the infield. I thought Framil Reyes was going to have a tough time getting to second base, almost hitting it too hard in that instance. Off the bottom of the wall, but Davis's throw slips out of his hand. It ends up trickling into shortstop.
Hanging slider, and this ball is scalded. Davis, as I mentioned, not a good thrower. Wow.
You think?
Wow. As I mentioned, that's why he DHs in the American League, and this is only his 6th start in left field this season.
So a double for Reyes starts the second inning, and it brings up Manuel Margot. He'll shoot one foul down the right field line, out of play. .231 with a home run, 17 runs batted in for Manning. Jammed, and a pop-up right side of the infield. Pinder and Olsen. It'll be Pinder, the second baseman, who takes charge and makes the catch for out number 1.
In between innings, little learning lesson going on here. Some conversation between Jonathan Lucroy and Paul Blackburn. Now, I can't read minds or read lips, but judging by the arm action of Lucroy, says that Blackburn possibly pushing the baseball, kind of opening up on the front side. Okay, let's go get him, kid. The importance of a catcher being on the same page with the pitching coach and its extension of the pitching coach. So in between innings, hey, let's try to iron this out.
Especially a veteran catcher.
Sure.
Like Jonathan Lucroy is. Rafi Lopez will take strike 1.
Yeah, if I'm in the shoes of Paul Blackburn, I'm going to be in the ear of Jonathan Lucroy for all the years of experience that he has.
The one coming up here to Rafi Lopez. And a strike over the outside corner again. Picking up that outside corner. Not sure it was a strike, but umpire Tom Hallion thought so.
This is how Blackburn has to work. He has to hit those corners. A little bit of movement, changing speeds. Will he bounce something here? Good secondary lead at second base for Reyes in case, so he can take third.
This one is lined down the right field line. It's a fair ball, hit it towards the corner. Around from second comes Reyes to put the Padres on top 2-1. It's a double for Rafi Lopez, and the Padres are back on top again. Thirteenth RBI for the Padres catcher.
Rafi, the changeup, just catching too much of the plate. 84 miles an hour, stays back on it long enough. It speeds up his bat, trading places with Franmil Reyes. Oh yeah, you know it, giving some love to his teammates on the bench.
So Lopez at second, one down, a run in, and Eric Lauer, the batter. Has 2 hits in his major league career, 2 for 12 on the year as he takes strike 1. Yeah, 2 for 12 works out to 167 for Eric Lauer. That's now the top of the order. Travis Jankowski waiting on deck. That is strike 2. Center fielder Mark Canha over towards right center. A gap out there in left center field. That's kind of how most pitchers are played defensively. And a grounder foul just beyond the A's dugout.
Look at the big kid turning on that one. That was Blackburn's fastball too at 88. As I mentioned, he does not throw that hard. 88 to 91.
Rafi Lopez gets his lead with 1 out in the inning and a run in. Padres scored first, getting a run in the first. A's answered with a run in the top of the second. Padres scoring here, a run so far in the bottom of the second. Back on top, 2-1. 1-2 to Lauer. That's inside, 2-2.
He looks hitterish, Eric Lauer, doesn't he?
Some good cuts.
Yeah, choke up a little bit, play some pepper.
That is ball 4, or is it ball 3? I think it's ball 3.
Yeah. 4 balls in this league, Eric.
He's got to go on back.
Yeah. 4 balls in this league. He's not going to hear from his teammates, is he?
3-2 now. Oops.
I would love to hear the conversation with Tom Hallion and Eric.
Blackburn taking a long time here. Three-two pitch coming up. And now it's ball 4. He's now down to first base. So Blackburn walks the pitcher. His second walk. Two on, one away, a run in. And it's top of the order. Travis Jankowski coming up.
You know, it's weird. That looked like a breaking ball he threw him there. Rather than
3-2.
Yeah, just trying to challenge him with a fastball.
Lopez at second, Lauer at first. Second plate appearance for Travis Jankowski tonight. Grounded out to second base in the first inning, 0 for 1. Strike call.
Boy, a lot of off speed from Blackburn. First pitch changeup.
He's hard to guess along with right now.
Yeah, he doesn't throw anything back to back, it looks like.
Jankowski showing bunt, but pulling it back. That was a fastball at 90. That's about where he's been. Over power use. They're hopping, reeling off the signs for everybody involved here. Lopez at second, Lauer at first, and Jankowski at the plate. Popped up into left center, and Canna, the center fielder, gets himself ready, makes the catch in, fires back into the infield. No advance for any of the runners, not deep enough. And there are 2 outs here in the second inning. So Jankowski's 0 for 2.
That was a can of corn for Mark in center field.
Comes Corey Spangenberg. Spangenberg walked in the first, came around to score. This blocked there by Lucroy. Lopez at second, Lauer at first, 2 down in the Padres' second inning. On the ground foul, kind of hooked that out ahead. Spangenberg's had a tough time against the Oakland A's. A 0.67 batting average against the A's. It's his lowest average against any team in his career. Outside for ball 2. Sat safely in his last 8 starts dating back to June 4th. 5 multi-hit efforts. I think at .406 over his last 8 starts. Fouls it off, 2-2.
Pretty big rip right there from Corey. A pitch that was just up a little bit too much. You know, there are hangers, and then there are when they're up above the hanging zone. Those are the ones that get tough to get on top of, and that last pitch was one of those.
On the ground to first base, Olsen will run to the bag himself and tag it to end the inning. Now Rafi Lopez with a double down the line in right field into the right field corner. Scores Franmil Reyes and puts the Padres on top 2-1 at the end of 2. Ball brought to you by Sequan Casino, opening in 2019 is Sequan's brand new 300-room resort and hotel. By Petco, the pet company. And by SeaWorld. Aquarium is tonight's word of the game. Head to foxsportssandiego.com and click Ways to Win for your chance to win a SeaWorld Family 4-pack. Third inning, and back with the lead again is Eric Lauer. Gave up a run in the second after a 1-2-3 first, and he'll be dealing with the top of the Oakland A's order in Simeon, Pinder, and Lowry here in the top of the third.
Yeah, the one thing I noticed right out of the chute for Eric Lauer in that first inning, he was getting that ball working quickly and pounding that strike zone, hence the 1-2-3 inning for the A's.
Dealing with Simeon for the second time tonight, who fouled out to the first baseman, Eric Hosmer, back in the first inning. On the ground, foul outside of third. Simeon reinstated from the paternity list during the first, missed a couple games. Played in every inning before going on the paternity list on May 30th. Pitch is high. Joined the A's in 2015. He's played in 467 games. Shortstop since joining the A's. Ties Cliff Pennington for the 6th most in club history. Swing and a miss, and Lauer strikes him out. Second K for Lauer. Check in with Bob Scanlon.
Well, thank you, Don. We'll give you a little injury update right now. We're going to start with the bad news first. Now, Franchi Cordero's rehab assignment has been shut down early. Why? Because that elbow that was bothering him, again, is starting to give him problems when he's swinging. So he was in El Paso. That's been shut down. Franchi is here. He's being looked at by team doctors, and we'll give you more as we find out more. Now, there's some better news. Phil Maton throwing very well in AA San Antonio right now. He should be getting close, and very close, according to Andy Green, are Will Myers and Austin Hedges. Now, both of them are playing for El Paso right now. Will Myers is 1 for 3 tonight. Austin is 1 for 2. They both have a couple of RBIs in that ball game, and Andy said it could be any day for them to be activated. The best news of all, Joey Lucchese in the clubhouse tonight. Why? He's back. He'll be making the start tomorrow. Hasn't pitched since March 14th. Everything seems to be fine with that hip, guys. So good news. We'll see Joey Lucchese tomorrow. Don and Mudd, I'm looking forward to it. I don't know about you.
Oh, no doubt about it. That'll be fun. Been out a while. It really has been after that injury, hip. And look forward to watching him pitch tomorrow. Play day baseball tomorrow in the finale of this very brief homestand.
He will have a chance to scout these A's from the dugout. I'm sure he'll do some video work as well.
On the ground left side as Galvis from deep short's got a long throw but gets it there in time. 2 down. Time now for the Kia Drive to Success with Jed Lowry coming up. And Lowry, highest OPS on the road. We're talking about his good numbers away from the Coliseum. 958 OPS. Mike Trout on top and then some. AL leaders, minimum of 130 plate appearances. First time up, flat out to the warning track in left field. I think he thought it may be headed out of here.
Yep.
It just kind of died there in the warning track cam. Jankowski made the catch.
You know, I look at Lowry, the switch hitter. He's going with the double ear flap. Takes all the thinking out of it at the bat rack. You know,
Right.
which ear, right?
One helmet.
Right.
Pops it up left side of the infield. Freddie Galvis calling and catching out number 3. Ends the top of the third, plate 2.5. It's 2-1 Padres. In San Diego, it's time now to answer our Valley View Casino trivia question. Which Oakland A's player has had the most career hits versus the Padres in interleague play?
Miguel Tejada.
And the answer is Matt Stairs. 18 hits from 1997 through 2000. Now the Padres hitting coach.
That's a good little nugget.
Yes, did some damage against the Padres.
In case of emergency, use Stairs. That was the battle cry in Philadelphia when he was there, because he was pinch hitter mostly, right? That one left-handed bat that could put a charge into one. They even had T-shirts made.
Eric Hosmer leading it off here in the third inning. Hosmer singled in the first inning, 1 for 1. By the mound towards second. Pinder rounds behind it, throws on the run and in time. So Hosmer retired 4-3 for the first out here at the bottom of the third inning.
So did you pack or unpack, or what did you do?
I did all of that yesterday. I unpacked, dry cleaning went on, laundry went on, and then repacked. How about you?
I just emptied all my dirty stuff out of my suitcase, washed it, put it right back in.
Ready to go tomorrow.
Yeah.
San Francisco and Arlington, Texas.
It's what we signed up for, Donnie.
Absolutely.
I'm not complaining.
I don't think I've ever been through a stretch like this before, though. We come home for 3 games next time.
I haven't either.
One down here in the third inning. On the ground, chopped to short, and Simeon goes to first, 2 down. Kick it old school at Petco Park tomorrow for a way back Wednesday day game against the A's at 12:40. Purchase a special theme game ticket package and receive the Padres throwback fanny pack. Tickets only at Padres.com/WBW. That's way back Wednesday. 2 down here in the third inning.
It's amazing how some things are cyclical, right?
Yeah.
It's just, you know, a decade here, a decade there.
There
Fanny packs.
And yours is expanded so it get all the way around you.
Yours comes with an extension. It's amazing. So they're back. I guess they're in vogue now again?
I think so. Absolutely. You can put your makeup in there.
You put your makeup in there.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Put a phone in there.
Yeah.
Well, your phone's too big, I think, to fit in that.
I'm going to use this on the road trip.
There you go. Looks great. Tomorrow. Come on out and get yours. Swing and a miss, and Galvis strikes out again. Second time he has struck out tonight. Played 3. Padres have a 2-1 lead. Half of the fourth inning. Great to have with us Mark Sweeney joining us for the middle innings. Haven't seen you in like a month or something.
I know, it's been like a year. Welcome back and get out of here.
You've grown.
You have.
Which way?
It was a swing and a miss. Well, I'll tell you what he's added. Mark Grant, he's added himself an HOF to his
Yes.
name.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Congratulations, Mark
Thank
Sweeney.
you.
going
Thank
to
you
the
very much.
Cape
Tell us
Cod
about
League
Cape Cod.
Hall of Fame.
Tell us about it.
Yeah.
It was a college league.
That's an honor.
It is. It's a very good honor. I'm very, very happy about it. But thank you.
When is the ceremony?
December 1st.
Okay,
You know, when
cool.
it gets really warm up
Nice.
at
It'd
the
be
Cape
a great
Cod.
time to go.
It's a great time to go.
The wind off the Cape,
Oh,
you guys would
yeah.
be great.
It's be perfect boating weather. But
Who else is going in? Do you know?
Peter Gammons is going in
Nice.
as well, and there's 6 others.
That's great.
But I'm excited. Thank you. And thank you for the text messages that you guys sent.
You're welcome.
It's very nice of you.
A very good picture of you they had in an article that I read. You were a Giant at the time. And you were sporting your stuff, but now you don't have your stuff. Where's your stuff go?
My stuff's gone. My
Your
stuff's
chin
gone.
moss is gone.
Yeah, chin.
What's
music-
going on?
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Did you mess up shaving so you had to get rid of it?
No.
So
Because
it was
it's
a
like having
decision.
having the goatee, and you mess up, you got to get rid of the
Right.
Yeah, let's not make a huge deal out of it because it really isn't. It was.
kind of a big
yeah,
deal.
my wife decided to say, listen, it's not. You know, I think it's run its course a little bit.
Really?
And my 6-year-old son said, Dad, it's a little too gray. It's off. It was off immediately. So my 6-year-old basically made that decision.
Chris Davis strikes out looking. Good pitch right on that inside corner.
That's exactly what we were talking about in the pregame show when we highlighted Eric Lauer and how he's going to progress as a big league pitcher. That pitch there, he did it last time out. He had no walks. Prior to that start, he had 7 walks, and I think that opens up so many avenues. And as a hitter, Mark, when he can do that to right-handed hitters, it does so many things.
Yeah, you made a great point about it. You're just using those, all of your weapons, but north and south. It doesn't have to be east and west, but the glove side command is huge for him. And you can see it right there, even against a left-hander. You have to have that ability to have that go-to, because if you don't have that go-to, hitters know that they're probably going to get a mistake here and there.
Well, the reason why I like that pitch is because, especially right-handed hitters, and it is effective against lefties as well. But you pound that fastball for a strike. That does 2 things. One is sets up that breaking ball down and in because you can throw for a strike. They see a wrinkle and then they have to commit. And also it opens up down and away possibly for a changeup, down and away.
Yeah, because guys know the hitters don't want to get beat by a fastball. If you're right-handed and you're getting that fastball thrown in on you, they want to get it out of there. So they'll start cheating a little bit to make sure that they can power the baseball.
Popped up foul off to the left out of play, and it hangs here at 2-2. Matt Olson batting, 2 for his last 34 at the plate. Still 2-2.
Great pitch. That's exactly where Raffy wanted it. He got it in there.
You know, Andy said something interesting today about Lauer, is that the velocity of the fastball has been a little uptick. And when you saw it, he didn't have the walks this last start, which I thought was pretty important. But with the velocity.
On the left field line, Jankowski and Galvis. And Galvis won't have a play. Went as far as he could. Went over the netting, but back into the seats.
But his point was that the velocity, if you think about what's going on as we take a look at the replay of Freddie Galvis just running out of space, but jumping on that net, having a good time with the fellas. But for Lauer, it's not velocity, it's been adding and subtracting with that. I think if you evolve into a pitcher that you can have your 93 occasionally, but throw at 90, 91 and spot and locate, that's dangerous to hitters.
94 there.
10th pitch of the at-bat coming up here. The at-bat for Olson battling away after Davis struck out to begin the inning. Right now, Eric Lauer in a stretch of retiring 5 A's in a row. That's strike 3, able to get him. Back-to-back Ks for Lauer, 4 in all.
Well, the strikeouts are sexy, right? But it's all about getting outs. Sometimes he's made good pitches to where they hit the ball on the ground. Sometimes he's gone up and out of the zone. Swing and a miss at 95. As Mark Sweeney mentioned, changing speeds. There's 89 with a little bit of cut to it. Can't get underneath it enough to elevate. So that's why he's getting the grounders. Got jammed on the righty there. That's really tough to put in play. But when you throw that consistency first strike in there, they've got to offer it that. And it's not a good swing.
Two down here in the 4th inning, and Mark Canha Is the only ace hit on the night. He's able to get a single to left field. Padres out hitting the A's 3-1 as Oakland bats here in the fourth.
That's progress, isn't it, guys?
I would say so. 3.45 ERA. Strike in there. That'll back up the call there.
And another thing, if you consistently pound that, you will get that call.
To left center, and that'll fall in for a base hit. So Canna is now 2 for 2, and that breaks up a string of 6 in a row retired by Lauer.
Even though it was fisted, it was up. Pitch up enables you to hit it over the infielder's head because it avoids the sweet spot. He will gladly take that knock there. They're tough to come by. But if that pitch is down, that's a ground ball to the left side. Weak ground ball.
2 down, Cannon first, and here's Stephen Piscotty. That's 15 games. Piscotty hitting at 300. That's 7th in the order. 17 games against Padres, hitting at 328. This one fouled off. Of course, a former member of the St. Louis Cardinals.
You know what? I remember John Mabry, the hitting coach for the St. Louis Cardinals, talking about Stephen Piscotty, and he thought that he could advance as a hitter because of his intelligence. And really, he hit a tough patch because he went through some injuries, went through some mental stuff with St. Louis, but really stalled with his career. So this is a second life for him.
We've got a piece of the home plate umpire, Tom Hallion. Ooh.
Bring back the big chest protectors.
I'm all for it.
I want to see it.
There was an exchange on Twitter the last couple of days. I'm all for it.
I want to see it. And I want to see the umpire straight over the catchers.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it.
That's old
Bring
school.
back the carts. I know the carts are back, but bring them all the way back.
Check swing. Did he go? No. This is first base umpire Sean Barber.
Every bullpen cart should have an old school hat on it. Blend what's going on here.
That was such a good look. Umpires go back to wearing ties. Remember those days?
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing them in ties. I remember seeing pictures, but I
Well,
never saw
yeah,
games.
pictures. What do you think I was?
I'm not quite as
born in
old
the
as
40s?
you are. Yeah.
You guys fighting?
No. 2-2 pitch. One hopper to second base. Barella flips to second where Galvis covers, and they force out Canna to end the inning. 3.5 done. 2-1 Padres. great games coming your way on Fox and FS1. All kicks off as Ronaldo and Portugal face off with Morocco at 4 a.m. Pacific on FS1. The World Cup tomorrow on Fox and FS1, or stream it all live on the Fox Sports app.
You know, if you don't watch yourself, I'm going to yellow card you right here and now.
Again?
Yeah. Get my Ritz-Carlton card.
I saw that yellow card
It's
the other
kind
day.
of gold, isn't it? It's not really yellow. That's like gold.
That's a warning.
Do you even have a red hotel
I
key?
think
want to
he's
stop right there?
I think
No,
he's
I
trying to
don't.
get a free room.
I'll keep chirping. Chirp, 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 chirp,
You trying to
chirp.
get a free room?
Ramil Reyes leads it off here in the 4th inning. We're not fighting. This is just a
Normal.
product of us being on the road together for like the last month.
Yeah, but you had a mixture
It was great.
of talent coming
It was
in and
so
out of
good.
here.
A lot of moving parts.
a lot
Tony
of
Gwynn
move.
Jr.,
Yeah.
Jeff Francoeur.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, he's outstanding.
He is.
Such a good
He's
analyst.
been our best interviewer.
Swinging a foul tip. It
So
was great.
It was. How'd you feel coming back in?
Open arms.
Open.
You know what it was? So then he comes back in the 7th, and because he's doing play-by-play on radio, he can't check his texts or Twitter. So he spends the 7th, 8th, and 9th answering texts. And Reyes strikes out for the first out here of the 4th inning. So his participation in the 7th, 8th, and 9th
Was
not so good.
Not so good.
It was nice to have a no Donnie time.
Like kind of like a mud-free zone.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Anyway, so yeah, good to see Uncle Teddy back in the house.
Oh, it's awesome. And he is looking really good today.
Yes, he is.
He
Yes.
dialed it in with his uni. That's his A-game uni.
Yes, he is. He's got the coat going tonight. And
You know, I said to him, I said, Teddy, it's so good to have you back. He said, it's opening day for me.
yeah,
And it really speaks volumes, too. We're thrilled to have him back.
his first game back tonight, and we'll be back on the air tomorrow. 1-1 to Margot, and a pop-up left side. Marcus Simeon around the bag at second. And there are 2 outs here in the 4th inning. All of a sudden now, Blackburn has kind of settled in here a little bit. He's retired his last 7. Brings up Rafi Lopez, a double and an RBI in the 2nd inning.
Something about the road for Blackburn. Since 2017, ERA of 1.47 for the right-hander.
That's so unusual, too. You think about his home ballpark.
Yeah.
I mean, that place is a great place to be a
Sure
pitcher.
is.
I mean, you think about all the foul ground, third and first, I mean, it's endless.
Yeah, and some of the division places are not friendly to pitch at.
Yeah.
Obviously, Seattle's very good, but Houston's not,
No,
especially when you're a sinker baller.
Arlington's not great either.
No, it's jet stream to right center.
It's a tough division when you get 2 Texas teams in your division.
Yeah, it really shows what the Oakland A's have done this year. Obviously 500 on the road, 500 at home. That's a nice surprise, especially the way the division plays.
And the problem is because they are in the division they're in with the likes of the Astros, they are 12 games out at 36 and 36. I mean, the Astros are on fire. They've won 12 in a row heading into today's action. They are trailing. Tampa Bay tonight has a 2-1 lead.
A walk-off win last night, so you're starting to think about what Houston Astros are doing in a possible repeat. But you're right, that you look up in the division and you have the Houston Astros running away with it.
Lopez strikes out. That's the 4th strikeout for Blackburn. He's retired 8 in a row. It's 2-1 Padres.
For each post, T-Mobile will donate $1 to support veterans.
Top of the 5th inning back at Petco Park. Nice crowd on hand tonight where the Padres enjoy a 2-1 lead to the top of the 5th. All kinds of dogs here tonight. It is dog night here at the ballpark out there.
I wore my dog tie.
I saw that.
Bulldogs.
Did you know that it was? Did you know this?
Of course
That's why
I did.
you wore it?
You did?
Mm-hmm.
You have a bulldog?
No, I've got a lab. But I love all canines.
Having a fabulous time out there. And everyone seems to be getting along, which is even a plus.
Yeah.
That's actually surprising.
Yes.
To me.
I love that. Look at that.
It's a good boy.
There's a beagle.
Oh, little beagle. Nice.
It's a good boy. Oh, look at the lab. Did you see the lab there on the bottom?
You look at it. Yeah, I saw it.
A strike over the outside corner to Jonathan Lucroy. Leading it off here for the A's. 42 games against Padres. Just under 300 at 299. So far so good for Eric Lauer.
Swing pitch right here. Ooh. The reason why I say that is because you, as a pitcher, you'd rather be 1-2, obviously, than 2-1. Puts a little bit more of a better hitter's count for Lucroy.
Yeah, because now you're going to get a better quality pitch.
Next pitch will be his 75th of his outing. Paul Blackburn, the starting pitcher, on deck. And there's strike 2. And one mark go over towards right center for Lucroy to go the other way. And he does, but fouls it off to the right, out of play.
Really good pitch. Really good pitch. 88 down and away. Not much you can do with that.
So they're trying to work him away again. And this one chopped foul outside of third.
Missed down and in.
Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up for Jonathan Lucroy, leading it off here in the top of the 5th inning. Foul fly down the right field line this time and into the seats. Turns on this and lines it through the left side into left field, a base hit. Pretty good at bat right there for Lucroy. Leadoff single to start things here in the 5th inning. It's a 9-pitch at bat before getting the base hit.
Well, let's see what type of ability Blackburn has here. He grounded to third first time up, but putting the bunt down. Not used to doing that, right? Being in the American League. See if he has any bunting skills here.
He was just 0 for 3 in his career coming in, and this was his first plate appearance earlier. As you mentioned, he grounded out. Coming in at third and first here, and he is squaring. Gets it down, and Hosmer has a chance to go to second. He does, out there, on to first, out there, double play. Worked out great, initiated by Hosmer. He comes up firing to second base. They get Lucroy on to first to get Blackburn. That'll work, 2 down.
You see Eric Hosmer being very aggressive and very accurate thrower, setting up Freddie Galvis for a nice double play.
It's our Arco top-tier play.
Yeah, I noticed after that play, Eric Hosmer was giving himself a hand. He was clapping his. Did you see that? There he is.
So 2 down, second double play turn by the Padres, and that'll drop in for a strike to Marcus Semien. Semien 0 for 2 has fouled out to the first baseman Hosmer and struck out swinging and quickly in the hole here. 0 2.
You know, guys, we've seen the body of work of Eric Hosmer, and he continues to impress defensively, especially the way he throws the baseball.
Swing and a miss, and Lauer strikes out Semien for the second time tonight. 5 Ks for Lauer. 2-1 Padres. Is open and exclusively online. Make sure your favorite Padres are represented on this year's squad by voting at Padres.com/vote. Catch all the excitement of the 89th MLB All-Star Game presented by MasterCard July 17th live on Fox. Head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Nice play by Eric Hosmer. You certainly can vote for Eric Hosmer.
It's your right as a baseball fan.
It's the All-Star Game this year in Washington, D.C. Eric Lauer leading it off, grounding one up the middle. To the backhand goes Pinder. Off balance throw and plenty of time to get Lauer. Nice rangy play by Chad Pinder at second base, 1 down.
It was a wonderful play. And throwing on the run accurately as well, going away into shallow left field.
9 in a row retired by Blackburn, but getting some help from his friends. One out here in the 5th for Travis Jankowski. Oh for 2 tonight, has grounded out to second and flying out to center. Strike called. I'm not sure it was. 2-2.
Well, Tom Hallion has been very generous on that side of the plate tonight.
And if I'm Blackburn, I'm going right back out there.
Tried it, but called the ball.
Yeah, not a bad spot, too.
Pitch 75 coming up for the Oakland starter here, facing his second batter of the 5th. Fouled off down the left field line. Look at the breakdown for Blackburn of his 75 pitches, 46 for strikes. Payoff pitch. And it's grounded at the shortstop, Marcus Semien. Low throw, but it is dug out nicely by Olson, the first baseman on the backhand. 2 down. He saved his shortstop an error right there.
Yeah, you can almost see Simeon really chop his steps here, not get the footwork. Stays on top of that, but nice play by Olson on the back end, picking up his infielder.
So 2 down here in the 5th inning, and it takes us to Corey Spangenberg.
Remember Simeon back in 2015, 35 errors that year.
They're trying to bunt his way on, little pop up, diving and not catching it is Blackburn, and that's a fair ball. And now Spangenberg is at first base safely. A 2-out base hit. Blackburn diving forward, the pitcher, and could not make the catch. And went off him, I believe. Yeah, he got a glove on it before it rolled out.
I'll tell you, that could have been dangerous. You got Blackburn coming in, you got Lucroy going out, you got spikes and elbows and knees going everywhere. Ooh. As you mentioned, Don, ball is touched, live ball. No matter where it goes now. Whoa, fancy footwork.
It works out to be a bunt single for Spangenberg. The Padres collect their 4th hit. 2 down with Spangy at first, and here is Eric Hosmer. Hosmer with a single in the first, grounded out to second base in the 3rd. 1 for 2. Throw over, and Spangenberg back to the bag. Some holding on Spangenberg over there as Corey gets his lead. That bunt single breaks up a string of 10 in a row retired by Blackburn. By the catcher Lucroy, but a tad outside, maybe low.
Well, this is when Eric Hosmer has to rely on his knowledge of the American League. What the Oakland A's have done to him before. This is a hitter's count that you have to look for an area. Maybe even sit breaking ball here.
Last 19 games hitting at .356 is Eric Hosmer. Pitch 80 for Blackburn. And he grounds it foul.
And that was the mistake that he wanted, but he just fired a little too early on that changeup.
They didn't get the fastball 2-0.
We've thrown a lot of changeups tonight, Blackburn has.
Jose Pirela waiting on deck, although there are 2 outs here in the home half of the 5th inning. Good hitters count for a good hitter. In the air, foul ground. Third base way. Jed Lowry going as far as he can, but won't have a play.
A lot of pitches this at bat have been away, away, away. Let's see if Blackburn tries to maybe locate something in the element of surprise, maybe.
Runner goes, and it's fouled back.
And he missed with the location. He wanted to bury that one in.
And Spangenberg will be off again with 2 down and a full count. Action for the first time for either side. Pagan is up in the pen right now for the A's. Foul back again. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up here for Eric Hosmer with 2 down and Corey Spangenberg at first base. He's holding on to a 1-run advantage as they bat here in the 5th inning.
He's seen a bad breaking ball. He's also seen a high fastball. Let's see if he goes back to that changeup.
Hosmer grounds it right side. Pinder sets himself and throws out Hosmer to end the inning. We played 5 from Petco Park, 2-1 Padres. Padres would plate their first run, taking a 1-0 advantage in the first inning. The Oakland A's appear to be out at second base, but they challenge it, and coming off the bag, pulling his foot, was Freddie Galvis. So they get another opportunity, and then grounding into a double play turns into a run for the Oakland A's. They tied it up 1-1 until Rafi Lopez with a double down the line in right field to the corner would score Franmil Reyes and give the Padres a 2-1 advantage as they hold that lead heading in here to the 6th inning, and that marks the 6th inning of work for the starting pitcher, Eric Lauer. This one grounded foul outside the bag at third. Chad Pinder leading it off. A strikeout victim in the first, grounded out to short in the third. Went around and strikes out for the first out of the 6th inning. 6 strikeouts for Lauer. Second time Chad Pinder has struck out, and the umpire in the booth making the call ahead of Tom Hallion.
Yes, he did. And then some. He's gone up the ladder a few times for the punch out.
One down here in the 6th inning. Jed Lowry 0 for 2 has flied out deeply to left field of the warning track and has popped out to short. As Lauer works here in the 6th inning, the Padres with double-barreled action. Jose Castillo and Adam Simber both warming in the pen. In the air to shallow right, foul ground. Hosmer. Now look out. Franmil Reyes behind Hosmer, running into foul ground for out number 2.
Yeah, you got to give way to the runaway freight train out there in right field. You cannot get in the way. And I hope that Franmil is very vocal in situations like this.
Looked like he was.
Yeah.
Well, watch Eric Hosmer's reaction. Yes, he's very vocal. Get out of the way.
2 down here in the 6th inning for Chris Davis. Padres going into a shift on the left side here against Davis. 20 home runs for Davis on the year. Perella joining Galvis and Spangenberg on the left side.
Yeah, Davis has one thought in his mind right here. He's going to take a shot on the inside part of the plate.
Breaking ball by the back foot. High fastball well out of the zone, but you better get it up. He's got opposite field power too.
Inside out swing and a foul keeps him alive here. 1-2. Davis walked in the 2nd inning. Came around to score the only run for the A's tonight. And he struck out looking in the 4th inning. Pitch 95 coming up here for Lauer. .62 strikes in those 95 pitches. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out Chris Davis for the 2nd time tonight. 7 strikeouts for Lauer, who's through 6 with a 2-1 lead. Padres baseball brought to you by Hyundai. Get a great deal, more than a great deal, on an all-new Hyundai vehicle. See your Hyundai dealer today. By Jerome's Furniture, where Jerry's price is the lowest price every day. And by SeaWorld. Aquarium is tonight's word of the game. Head to foxsportssandiego.com and click Ways to Win for your chance to win a SeaWorld Family 4-pack. Last half of the 6th inning. Great job tonight by Eric Lauer, giving the Padres 6 innings, 96 pitches through the first 6, and has a 1-2-3 top of the 6th inning. Has a 2-1 lead as his team comes to bat here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Jose Perella to lead it off against a new pitcher, Emilio Pagan.
Well, Emilio Pagan was recalled from AAA Nashville back on May 18th. Has not allowed a run in 9 of his 10 appearances since returning. 23rd game for the right-hander. About a strikeout an inning. .315 average with the bases empty. So this is a time for the Padres. They can get on base and maybe add on.
Jose Pirela 0 for 2 in the game, but he did pick up an RBI on a ground out in the first. Also grounded out in the third. Two and two. 93-mile-an-hour fastball from Pagan. Takes over for Paul Blackburn, who went 5 innings. A total of 4 hits and the 2 runs that the Padres had. Walked 2 and struck out 4 and departs on the hook in this game. Through 85 pitches through the first 5 innings. Fouled off by Pirela, stays alive. Elevated that time at 95.
Well, looks like Pagan has some good finish, especially when he pitches at the top of the zone.
Freddie Galvis, then Franmil Reyes anticipated here in the 6th inning.
Yeah, it's been good to see Freddie Galvis getting off to the really good road trip.
Ball 3 and a full count. 8th pitch of the at bat coming up here for Jose Pirela.
Well, he did land that breaking ball earlier in the count, so he can still throw that, but you have to be sitting fastball for Pirela right here.
Pops it up, back and out of play.
Like you said, Mark, that's the one to do damage. Middle in, fastball, straight as a string.
Off again.
You know, guys, you're seeing a change now for Blackburn. It wasn't velocity, it was all about movement and changing speeds. Now you have to make that adjustment on the velocity of the fastball by Pagan.
Swing and a miss, and Pirela strikes out. So Pagan wins that battle, lengthy as it was. 1 down here in the 6th inning. Let's take a look at the Jerome's best seat in the house. Enter to win these seats at any Jerome's location. Terrific place to watch the game tonight.
Oh, watch yourself there. That's a great vantage point, isn't it?
I still want to do a game from there.
Yeah. And now, best seats in the house. Are the drinks on the house?
On the house.
Not that night if you're doing game there.
No.
I don't think that'd be a good idea.
No. What out here in the 6th inning?
Sounds good, but it wouldn't be good.
Elevating and Galvis chasing. It's been a tough night for Freddie Galvis. Committed an error and has struck out twice, both times swinging. Now down in the count, 1-2.
Well, as Mark Sweeney mentioned, pretty much four-seam fastball on the slider, 95, 96 coming at you. very rarely a changeup from Pagan.
Galvis drives this one out towards deep right center field. And that ball is going to fall at the base of the wall. Galvis into second base with a double. Couple of tough at-bats tonight, but he doubles here with one out of the 6th inning off the bottom of the wall. Almost got it out of here by the 396 marker in right center.
Well, if Freddie was still playing in Philly, that's a homer.
Yes,
I'll tell you that. But here's the thing that Freddie Galvis has been doing a really good job with. It's been his top hand. You could see, even with 2 strikes, handling the barrel of the bat and being able to use your top hand and drive that ball. Good balance. He gets his foot down. You see he stays behind the baseball. And just barely another run for the Padres. Almost.
Now the Padres 1 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Would love to obtain some insurance here. Franmil Reyes. Just doubled and scored in the 2nd inning. Struck out swinging in the 4th inning. Tardy on the 95-mile-an-hour fastball. 0-2.
And that's the commitment I think Franmil has to be able to do, to make the adjustments. It's the velocity guys. Almost looks like he's surprised at times that fastballs are coming to him. Got to be able to hit the fastball and velocity with the fastball at this level.
Got away to the backhand goes Lucroy.
Some people might say, why isn't he that way in the minor leagues? Because the home run production. Well, you'll get guys down there that'll pump fastballs by you and then flip a bad breaking ball to you, and you have that success. Very hard to judge numbers down in the minor leagues compared to the big leagues.
Away again and almost got away again. 2-2. Reyes now, Margot next. Padres batting here in the home half of the 6th inning. On top 2-1, trying to add on with Freddie Galvis at second base and 1 away. Elevated, and he chases and strikes out. Back to that 95-mile-an-hour fastball up. Second time Reyes has struck out. 2 down.
Mentioned straight fastball, but going upstairs, got a little late life to it. Looks like Pagan spins it very, very well. That's such a tough pitch to lay off.
So 2 down. Freddie Galvis at second base. The outfield playing for Margot to go the other way. And 7 for 18 with 2 outs and runners in scoring position at 389. 20th pitch coming up for Pagan of the inning. And it's strike 1. Lauer going the first 6 innings of this game, throwing 96 pitches. Striking out 7. Meanwhile, you got Craig Stammen now joining Castillo in the pen. Castillo touched for the first time in this last game in St. Louis. First time we've seen Castillo give up anything. Freddie Galvis with his walking lead off second base with 2 outs. 1 out double. He's there with 2 down, and Margot shoots it foul, evens the count at 2-2.
Yeah, man, he's frustrated himself. He missed that pitch that he was looking for that velocity, and just fouled it off. Now he's going to have to battle. Might get that breaking ball again.
Swing and a miss, and the fastball at 96. Pagan ends up striking out the side. 2-1 Padres.
Ireland, so we play like literally since the age of 5 years old. So hopefully one day we'll be like that here in the States.
The passion for the sport has been unbelievable. You have people who are existing rugby fans who really love being a part of it, and then they love teaching people who don't know anything about it.
Come out, and then I think you'll see why what the hype's all about.
Inside San Diego Sports introduces you to San Diego's 2 new professional sports teams, as well as Gatorade National Softball Player of the Year, Megan Faremo, tonight following Padres Live, the postgame show. Jose Castillo into the game here in the 7th inning. It's a tight one, 2-1 Padres.
Well, on Sunday for Jose in Atlanta, suffered his first career Major League loss. And it's going to happen. It's about bouncing back. He gave up a couple earned runs in an inning and a third, this being his 6th game. And you know what? I like to see him late here. 1-run lead. You've got the lefty Olsen up. Big out. Any inning, that first out. High leverage situation. So let's see what the rookie can do here. The strikeouts are there, that's for sure.
Trying to pick up that outside corner and could not. It's 2-1.
13 strikeouts in 7 1/3 innings pitched for Castillo.
Matt Olson 0 for 2 in the game tonight. What are your impressions of Eric Lauer tonight?
He was tremendous, and we knew what he had to do. Andy Green talked about it before the game. I was impressed with the fastball velocity. We saw a 95 tonight, and his location of the fastball inside, going up out of the strike zone with 2 strikes for the strikeout.
Line to center, and that's going to get in for a base hit to open up the 7th inning. Matt Olson with a single here in the 7th. The 4th hit of the game for the Oakland A's.
And one other thing, if I can elaborate real quickly, only 2 walks, one of them being intentional for Eric Lauer. A good night in the big leagues.
One and done, it looks like, for Castillo as he faces Olson, gives up the base hit. And out goes Andy Green to take the baseball. Pitching change from Petco Park, 2-1 Padres. Olson chases Jose Castillo from the game, and now Craig Stammen coming in here. The veteran right-hander doing some work on the base of the hill, the landing spot.
31st game for Craig. He pumps the strike zone, the good two-seam fastball along with that slider. Once in a while mixing a changeup. Very good splits. More strikeouts than innings pitch, and it just goes to show you in those 38+ innings, only 5 free passes. So you're talking with that ERA, good quality strikes. First pitch strikes is key as well. 70%, ranks 9th amongst Major League Baseball relievers.
Mark Cannon batting with Matt Olson at first base. Nobody out here in the 7th. A 2 for 2, or a single to left in the 2nd, a single to left center in the 4th inning. Bouncing in, and Lopez able to block it. 2-0.
Ocana hitting only .221 off of righties this season. Different story against lefties. .279. As you just mentioned, Don, right? 2 for 2 off of left-hander Lauer. Different story against righties.
Fouled outside of third, and it's 2-1. And upset with himself. Stammen limiting opponents to a .213 batting average. And his 30 appearances so far in the year. Stephen Piscotty waiting on deck for the A's. Foul down the right field line, and it's 2-2. Now, since the All-Star break of last year for Craig Stammen, he's posted a 1.61 earned run average.
Oh. He's been fire.
Opponents only hitting a .213 against him during that time. And he's scoreless in 53 of 61 appearances. Down and in, 3-2.
Tough guy to double up. Canna only grounded to 1 double play this season. The leader for the swinging A's in that category is Chris Davis with 9.
Bouncing in, and that's ball 4. So the first 2 Oakland A's have reached here in the 7th inning. Single and a walk. And that'll bring up Stephen Piscotty. Piscotty with a long look down to Matt Williams in the third base coach's box.
Now Piscotty has grounded into 7 twin killings this season.
So we're saying he's a candidate.
Yes, sir. Good two-seam fastball down in the zone, possibly a slider from Stammen. Middle infielders at double play depth.
There's strike 1. Started him with a fastball at 93. On a strike to Piscotty. Inning started with Jose Castillo on the mound. Gave up the single to Matt Olson to center. Enter Craig Stammen, who walks Mark Canha. So it's Olson at second, Canha at first. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Fastball running away.
Nice two-seamer. Coming back. Baby come back player.
So it started away and came back in.
Yeah, good call.
It's a lane changer.
There you go.
Swing and a miss, and made him look bad there. Piscotty lunging. Stammen needed that. It's out number 1 of the 7th inning.
That's a great sequence by Craig Stammen, dicing and slicing the outer half of the plate, expanding the strike zone there, and credit Raffy for keeping that ball in front of him, keeping the double play in order. Well, he couldn't have hit that one with an oar.
First and second, 1 down, and Jonathan Lucroy coming up. He's been aboard twice, an intentional walk in the 2nd inning, single to left in the 5th inning. And he'll take ball 1. Got away from Lopez up the first base line, but no chance there for Olson to try to take third. Another good block here by Rafi Lopez.
Anticipating the ball in the dirt and then getting down to the one knee. Great technique. That's something that he works on quite a bit.
Dustin Fowler has come out on deck here for the A's. Next is the pitcher's spot, and Emilio Pagan pitched last inning, but looks like he's coming out of this game with Fowler on deck. Swinging a foul tip, 2-1. Melvin at the helm of the Oakland A's, 36-36 coming in. Trying to get Lucroy to chase, he does not, and it's 3-1.
Yeah, not the pinpoint control that we've seen in the past tonight from Craig regarding that two-seamer down and away to come back, like the lane changer, like you said, to get that outside corner.
Fouled off, full count. Wilson at second, Canna at first, one down here in the Oakland A's seventh inning. Padres holding on to a one-run advantage here as the A's bat in the top of the seventh. In the air to right field, struck pretty well. Jankowski going over, and he'll make the catch on the warning track. Fires back in towards the infield, two down. Travis Jankowski going back to the warning track and in front of the wall to make that catch. I'm not sure if Franmil Reyes makes that catch if he's in right field. Nice play by Jankowski.
Great point. Ball slicing off the right-handed bat. He's got speed. He's got a good jump and plenty of room to work with. Getting it in quickly. Travis making it look easy. Spinning towards the glove hand side and firing that ball back for the Oakland A's runners retreating back to their base.
So two down, runners at first and second, and here is Dustin Fowler to pinch hit.
And that's why Andy Green, you know, he puts in Matt Caesar. He'll move Travis Jankowski in the outfield for better defense.
Action in the pen. Petit and Casilla both warming right now. Away again, 2-0.
Another interesting thing about Bob Melvin's athletics is that no lefties in the bullpen. All right-handers.
They're waiting for Buchter to get back.
Yeah. And nowadays you don't necessarily need a left-hander. It's nice to have a left-hander.
As long as you have right-handers, you can get left-handers out.
Exactly, and that brings up my point. If you have that right-hander that has that specialty pitch like a Kirby Yates, right? Like the split finger or a nasty changeup, that's the equalizer, righty on lefty.
Speaking of Kirby Yates, he is up alongside Adam Simber. They're rapid fire right now, especially Simber. Two-0 pitch coming up here to Dustin Fowler. And a swing and a miss on a pitch down.
Good slider from Craig.
His 20th pitch coming up here since coming in with a runner at first and nobody out in the seventh inning. There are two outs now with runners at first and second. Grounded foul, 2-2. Dodgers split a doubleheader today against the Chicago Cubs, while Arizona is trailing the Angels 5-2 tonight in the sixth inning. 2-2. And a fly ball headed to center field. Playable for Manuel Margot. And Stammen gets out of the jam in the seventh inning. Seventh inning stretch. Padres still have a 2-1 lead. Tweet at Fox Sports SD using the hashtag #Hit2Get2 for your chance to win 4 hand-cooked tires brought to you by Evans Tire and Service Centers. Now it's on to the bottom of the 7th inning. And Santiago Casilla comes into the game for the Oakland A's.
Well, we've seen him with the Giants. And you can come back home again. Santiago Casilla started back with the A's back in 2001. Then he went across the bay to San Francisco last year. 63 games with the A's. And really good splits. Bob Melvin's got one thing in mind here in the 7th inning, hold the deficit, which is 2-1 in favor of the Padres.
Rafi Lopez to lead it off. And we'll see Matt Caesar and Travis Jankowski here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Oh, there's a couple years there with the Giants when he was their closer because they were in need of a closer. Injuries played a big part in the Giants bullpen.
He was a closer for the Oakland A's too in his first stint there.
16 saves last year. Sinker, four-seamer, slider, curveball. Occasionally he will throw a changeup. Mid-90s on the heater.
Rip foul down the right field line.
Did you see the little shimmy there in the top of the delivery? Doing Johnny Cueto on us right there. Here it is. Watch the leg kick and then the shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pop. Then the breaking ball.
That's strike 3. And Rafi Lopez out number 1 of the 7th inning.
Remember the breaking ball he fouled, right? And this is a fastball at 93, freezes Rafi. Two-seamer. Good movement right on the outside corner. Very good pitch.
Padres batters have struck out 8 times in this game. One out, and it brings up Matt Caesar. 97 average. Home run, 6 runs batted in. First plate appearance for him took over in left field. Kirby Yates getting ready for the 8th inning. Be the top of the Oakland A's order. Simeon, Pinder, and Lowry. Jankowski waiting on deck, top of the order. Ground ball headed out to second base. Chad Pinder's throw in plenty of time. 2 down.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced, retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
2 down in the 7th. Top of the order, Travis Jankowski coming up. 0 for 3 in the ball game. He's grounded out, flied out, grounded out again. Game 75 of the season for the Padres. Trying to bunt his way on and then gets the foot out of the way on a pitch down and in. Casilla from the Dominican Republic. 10-year major league career for Casilla. And 25 saves for the Giants back in 2012. And a strike called over the outside corner, 2-2. Down and in, 3-2.
Breaking ball way in. Wanted to try to go the back foot, but that one's so much inside that Travis smelled that one right out of the hand. He's going to try to go to way here.
Foul down the left field line, out of play.
It's tough to catch up to 95 when you got a little spinner down and in. Move the field a little bit. Try to pepper the outside part of the plate with the good fastball. Curveball.
And that's ball four. Jankowski works a 2-out walk here in the 7th inning. See how quickly he can get to second base here and into scoring position. With Corey Spangenberg coming up. Spangenberg tonight has walked and scored, grounded out, and last time up the bunt single. Throw to first, and back is Jankowski. So he'll try to keep him close. Bouncing in, 1-0.
Nice pick by Lucroy. Now, will Santiago be a little reluctant? Oh, that's a fastball, too. How many times guys spike fastballs? You don't see that a lot. Will he be reluctant to throw the breaking ball down with the chance of bouncing one and getting Jankowski into scoring position? So that poses the question, does that mean Corey will get a fastball to hit? And he'll stay away from the breaking ball?
There goes Jankowski. The pitch is low. The throw down. He is safe. Stolen base into scoring position with 2 down.
Get a jump, got to go. Got to try to add on some way, shape, or form. It's a short hop. Semion's got to go up and then back down. But by that time, he comes up on it. Travis stays on the bag, hand on the bag, hand on the bag, and then the foot.
Into scoring position with 2 away here in the 7th. Great opportunity here for the Padres to obtain some insurance in the 7th. Strike call, 2-1.
Breaking ball. Good arm speed. Right on the inside corner. 81, that's a curveball.
Three and one, missing with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Hosmer waiting on deck. There are 2 outs here in the 7th. Spangenberg with a swing and a miss, and he strikes out. The Padres leave Jankowski at second, but take a 2-1 lead to the 8th.
Some nice work by Castilla and Company with Kirby Yates.
Yeah, 6 important outs. Obviously, Kirby Yates has been very good. You see the numbers, and they speak volumes. It has a lot to do with his split finger. Been very good in how he sets that up. Has a velocity of the fastball as well to go to. 6 big outs for the big win.
All right, Brad Hand likely to follow. So 2-1 is where we stand here at the top of the 8th inning. Mark and I are working on Padres Live, the post-game show, which will be brought to you, as it always is, by our friends at Cox Communications. When we see you guys after the final out, you're going to hear from Andy Green. We'll get you set for that series finale. Joey Lucchesi is going to make the start tomorrow. Nice to see him back from the disabled list. Also, we've got a preview tonight of Inside San Diego Sports. You're going to meet the Gatorade National Softball Player of the Year, young lady from Cathedral Catholic. So we've got all that for you and more coming up after the last out tonight. Don?
All right, thanks very much, Mike, as we play along here to the 8th inning. Top of the order to face a new pitcher, Kirby Yates, into the game for the Padres. Marcus Semien 0 for 3 in the game. Has fouled out and struck out twice. Yates with a 0.96 earned run average, 5th lowest among major league relievers this season. And on here to pitch the 8th inning, Craig Stammen and Jose Castillo pitch the 7th. As Yates falls behind here, 2-0. Outfield straight away to begin things here in the 8th. Just missed, a little bit low, 3-0.
Big inning right here for Kirby.
That's ball 4 and a 4-pitch walk to begin things here in the 8th. Let's revisit our keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Well, the first one was blowout Blackburn. 5 innings, 4 hits, only 2 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, and a double shot of happiness at home. Lead 2-1. Getting late in the game here. 8th inning guy Yates. Not a good thing starting off with a 4-pitch walk. Got to hold him right here. Turn it over to Brad Hand. Will we see Brad Hand a little early tonight?
Chad Pinder, he is 0 for 3 in this contest.
Kind of uncharacteristic of Kirby, because generally he's around the plate, especially a 4-pitch walk.
Pinder struck out in the 1st, grounded out in the 3rd, struck out in the 6th inning. Yeah, check swing foul. That ball running in on the thumbs. 0-2. That hand is up in the pen right now. A little earlier than usual.
Might be, yeah.
For the 1st, and back safely is Semien. Second straight inning, the Oakland A's have had the lead runner on. Matt Olson single to begin the 7th inning. Marcus Semien with a walk to begin the 8th. Pinder strikes out for the 1st out of the 8th inning. 3rd time Pinder has struck out tonight. First strikeout for Kirby Yates.
That's a bounce back after the 4-pitch walk. The old splitty way out in front. The trap door. Big out.
1 out. Semien at 1st, and it brings up Jed Lowry, the switch hitting 3rd baseman. He has flied out to left, popped out to short, and flied out down the right field line. Now fly ball to center field. Manuel Margot in. 2 down in the 8th inning. Back to 1st goes Semien.
You know, it's all about bouncing back, right, Don? Especially for a pitcher. You come to a close game, 2-1, Kirby Yates, 4-pitch walk. Very uncharacteristic. What do you know? Makes great pitches against Pinder for the punchy. Misses the barrel of Lowry for the easy fly ball for 2 quick outs after the 4-pitch walk.
Gotta be careful with this guy.
Yep.
Chris Davis with 20 home runs on the year.
First pitch splitty.
Bryce Harper leads the National League in home runs with 19. Davis is 4th in the American League. Throw over, and that was close. Back is Simeon.
You know, if that's a little lower, it might be a little different story, huh?
Pretty close. We're looking into the Padres dugout, see if Andy Green wants to challenge this. And he's not going to challenge. Over again, and back safely again is Simeon. Leadoff walk by Simeon to begin the inning, but Yates struck out Pinder. Got Lowry to fly out to center. Now an 0-1 to Chris Davis. 1-1. Davis 4th in home runs in the American League, 4th in RBIs with 49. Waiting on a 1-1. And that's ball 2. Yates with a 0.96 earned run average coming in 28 innings. Ball 3. On deck is Matt Olson. There are 2 outs here in the 8th. Brad Hand ready if they decide to go to him. Or to first again, and back safely is Simeon.
I would have to say that's automatic. If they get to Olson, enter Hand.
That's strike 2.
And he got a call.
Yes, he did.
In off the plate, maybe about a ball and a half. Will he throw the split finger fastball here? He has tremendous confidence that he can throw it in the dirt. He can throw it for a strike.
Swung on, hit in the air to deep right center field. Back goes Jankowski, and he'll make the catch in front of the wall. A drive the other way for Chris Davis ends up in the glove of Travis Jankowski. We head to the bottom of the 8th, 2-1 San Diego. Of the game, and we check out Eric Lauer tonight. 6 innings, giving up 1 run, and he struck out 7. Pretty good tonight.
Really good tonight. Command of the fastball inside to the right-handed hitters like that right there, going up and out of the zone with the fastball. Sometimes the slider up in the zone kind of cuts a little bit, and he will get away with that pitch too. They will offer at it. But the one thing that sticks out for me, only 2 walks tonight. 1 was intentional. The 1 walk, the true walk to Chris Davis in the 2nd inning. There was an error in that inning to Freddie Galvis. Chris Davis ended up scoring, but that is a great night in the big leagues for Eric Lauer. 2 outings in a row, Don, where he's pitched very, very well.
Lou Trevino, the new pitcher here for the Oakland A's. Dealing with Eric Hosmer. 97, but off the mark.
Yeah, he's got a live arm. He's not allowed to run in 20 of his 23 appearances. I think there's one bright spot for this Oakland Athletic Ball Club, and it's their bullpen.
Called up at the end of April from AAA Nashville.
Oh, Tommy. Oh.
Appears to be okay. Getting home plate umpire Tom Hallion. Mark Rogo, the head trainer for the Padres out there. Oh, shoulder and side of the mask.
I hope he's okay. I mean, he got one on the right side earlier in the game, remember?
Yeah, he's got both shoulders now.
Yeah, that's.
The 3 umpires, Phil Cuzzi, Dan Bellino, and Sean Barber, in to check on him, but appears to be okay. Crowd giving him applause here as we play along. Eric Hosmer with a count of 1-1. Hosmer singled back in the 1st inning. Since then has grounded out twice to second base. 1 for 3. Grounds one down the first baseline. Playable for Olsen. He'll tag the bag himself for the first out of the 8th inning. So Hosmer retired, and then bring up Jose Perella. Well, 0 for 3. He's grounded into a fielder's choice, picked up an RBI. Grounded out to short and struck out swinging. On the ground to third, picked there by Lowry. The lip of the grass. Throws out Perella. 2 down to the 8th. So 2 away, and that'll bring up Freddie Galvis. Freddie striking out in the 1st, striking out in the 3rd before doubling in the 6th inning. He was left at second base. Reyes and Margot both striking out. The Padres could not advance Freddie Galvis beyond second after the double. Went around for strike 1.
You know, I don't think we've mentioned it tonight, Don, but it's worth mentioning that this, you know, every team deals with injuries, but their biggest player, Matt Chapman, not being healthy, him being on the DL. I mean, he's one heck of a third baseman, and also the bat that he has. Got 10 home runs.
Fouled off, 0-2.
I was talking to Bob Melvin before the game tonight, and I'm not a sabermetrics guy, but Bob Melvin told me that Chapman is way above defensively above Arenado at third base in the sabermetrics numbers game at third base for Oakland. That's how good he is.
Up and away for a ball, 1-2. Hunter Renfroe has come out on deck here in the pitcher's spot. There are 2 outs in the 8th. Brad Hand getting ready for the 9th. Galvis pops it up foul and out of play. Got his double with 2 strikes last time up. Let's see what he can do here with 2 strikes on him. Did he go? No. They check with Dan Bellino, and it's 2-2. Galvis strikes out for the 3rd time tonight and ends the 8th. We head to the 9th. The Padres have a 2-1 lead. Brad Hand will be coming in.
Got a close one all night. Some good pitching on both sides. It was just that the Padres getting to Blackburn for 2 runs. Eric Lauer 1 run, no earned runs. So enter Brad Hand. Great splits. I mean, my goodness. Mentioned this before, but it's almost as if, you know, these hitters, they know about the slider, right? But don't underestimate the 95, 96 mile an hour fastball as well. He can throw it for strikes. Be lefty on lefty here to start the top of the 9th.
Shift on Matt Olson, who leads it off here in the 9th inning. Spangenberg, the 3rd baseman, coming to the right side. A 1-for-3 night for Olson. Single to center field in the 7th inning. Here's the shift. Foul back and just below us. That was coming in hot. I was bailing.
I'll tell you, yeah, you were bailing big time.
Marcana waiting on deck. 1-run game in the 9th. That is a strike. 1-2. Into that slider to get it. Tough on right-handers, but especially tough on lefties.
He's only given, what, 3 hits this year to left-handers? Lefties are 3 for 40.
On the ground right side, Spangenberg will come in, the third baseman on the right side, and he throws out Olson. One down in the ninth. One away, and that'll bring up Mark Canha. Canha's been on 3 times in this game tonight. 2 singles to left and a walk. This pitch called a ball. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. There's strike one. The slider to get it. 1-1. Right hand looking for his 22nd save of the year. There's strike 2. Jumping ahead, 1-2 of Canha. On deck, Stephen Piscotty, 1 out, 9th inning, 2-1 Padres. Very close. Called a ball, 2-2. A little bit down.
Wow. That's a good pitch. How do you lay off that pitch, first of all? There's that 95-mile-an-hour cheese I was talking about.
Back to the slider here, 2-2. Canha strikes out, and there are 2 outs in the 9th inning. First strikeout for Brad Hansen's coming in.
Well, can Mark Canha hit the slider, Mr. Hand? I don't know. I like that answer. I don't know. Well, we know now. He can't.
2 down in the 9th inning. Stephen Piscotty coming up. 0 for 3 in this game. Strike 1. Better than 37,000 on hand tonight. 37,485. 37,485 for game 1 of a quick 2-game series against the Oakland A's. The 0-1 from Brad Hand. On the ground, foul outside of third. It's 0-2. Olson grounded out. Canha struck out. The Friar faithful will stand as one at Petco Park. As Hand looks in for a sign, 0-2. A little bit high, 1-2. Yates worked the 8th, Hand on for the 9th. It's been the classic combination for the Padres all year. Trying to win another 1-run game. Just low, 2-2.
And once again, how do you lay off this pitch? I mean, it's wow. That looked.
Was ahead 0-2, now 2-2. In the air to deep left field. That ball is crushed to left, and this game is tied. Stephen Piscotty has hit a solo home run that has tied this game 2-2. With 2 outs and 2 strikes in the 9th inning.
Tried to sneak a fastball by him, didn't get it in enough. Enter third, thigh high. And Piscotty put a hurting on it.
Tied up 2-2, and Jonathan Lucroy now coming up. Strike 1. Blown save for Brad Hand. Eric Lauer no longer a part of the decision in this game. And it's a new ball game now with 2 outs in the 9th inning. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 9th. It'll be the pitcher spot, Margot and Lopez. Oakland A's have now homered in 20 straight road games. And it took with 2 outs in the 9th inning to get their 20th straight. Piscotty with a solo home run, tied up 2-2 now. Three and one. Chop left side, cut off by Spangenberg. His throws in time, and that ends the inning. But a home run by Stephen Piscotty has tied the score 2-2. Hunter Renfroe will pinch hit to lead it off. Brad Hand, the blown save. Manfred will lead it off here in the 9th inning.
You know, I was talking to Ray Fosse and Glenn Kuiper, the TV announcers for the A's, and I said, you know, what's one thing that sticks out about your club? And he said, we hit homers. We're kind of middle of the pack. Here's a kid who can hit a homer as well.
One career walk-off home run last May 2017. That's the Brewers a 2-run shot. Lou Trevino back out there again, had a 1-2-3-8. Brought back out there for the 9th. One and two. 98 on the fastball that time. Manuel Margot, Rafi Lopez scheduled bat here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Check swing on a ball low. Line and caught at shortstop by Simeon. He's got some ups. In the air to make that grab on a hot shot off the bat of Hunter Renfroe. One down in the bottom of the 9th.
That is some serious athleticism. Timed it perfectly. A guy can't hit a ball any harder than that. And the question is, if it gets by, does it clear the gap? It was hit so hard. Nothing you can do there, Hunter. That's a good swing.
One down in the 9th inning for Manuel Margot. Popped out to second, popped out to short, and struck out swinging. In the air to center field. Canna going back. It'll take him to the edge of the track, but out number 2 is Manuel Margot. 5 in a row retired by Trevino since coming into this game. Brings up Rafi Lopez. A double in the 2nd. Struck out in the 4th, struck out in the 7th. One and one. He's pitching, combining to retire the last 6 Padres in a row. One and two.
Wow.
98 again.
That's some live stuff right there.
Padres had chances to add on. They had a runner at second with 1 out in the 6th, and Freddie Galvis could not score. Then they had Jankowski at second base with 2 down in the 7th, could not score. Adam Simber in the pen for the Padres. That's on the corner for strike 3. We will head to extra innings tonight. Bonus baseball tied 2-2. Baseball, the Oakland A's and San Diego Padres. Frankie Montes matched up against Joey Lucchesi, returning after a stint on the DL. Lucchesi 3-2 with a 3.23 earned run average. Montes 3-1 with a 2.67 ERA.
Well, he's getting a good look at these Oakland Athletics. Good scouting report firsthand. Watching this one as we go into extras. A good chance for Adam Simber to possibly pick up a win. Hold the A's right here and go to Hack into the bottom half of the 10th. He's been throwing the ball really well. High leverage situations. Tough angle now for these A's hitters to look at after seeing conventional type arm slots. His 30th game of the year. And really good numbers.
Jake Smolinski pinch hitting in the pitcher spot here to begin things in the 10th. Strike one. So Brad Hand went an inning giving up a hit, a run, no walks, struck out a batter. And this game tied 2-2. In the air, down the left field line, the shortstop Galvis is way out. He'll make the catch in front of Caesar for the first out of the 10th inning. Petit getting ready in the pen. After two very good innings from Trevino. Lined and into left center field. One out single for Marcus Semien. So base runner aboard here for the Athletics in the 10th inning.
Well, Adam Simber wants to get ahead. It looks like a hittable pitch right there for Semien, and why not? First pitch offering.
Chad Pinder 0 for 4, striking out 3 times in this game. First, and back is Semien. Throwing at about the speed of Semien. He has stolen 4 bases, but he's been caught 4 times.
Yeah, this is not a team that's going to run a lot. Doesn't mean he won't run here. But over the course of the season, not known for stealing.
Fly ball right field. Jankowski has room and makes the catch for the second out of the 10th inning. So Simber has 2 down here in the 10th, and that'll bring up Jed Lowry. For 4 night tonight for Lowry. Flying out 4 times in this game. Starting to stop at first for Semien, and the pitch misses to Lowry for ball 1. Over and again, Semien back to the bag. Simber trying to keep him close. Strike call. Right on the corner, 1-1.
I would have to say, as a left-handed hitter, this is a tough pitch. If you offer at it, how do you keep that fair? What can you do with that? Not much.
Runner goes as the pitch outside. The throw is uncorked into center field. So Simeon just keeps on going to third and now 90 feet away with 2 down in the inning. Stolen base and an error charge to Rafi Lopez.
Well, as we mentioned earlier, this isn't a team that's known for running, but that doesn't mean they're going to not put him in motion here, trying to get that lead run. Way off the mark. Rafi working underneath that one. Now the A's have to come up with a 2-out hit.
Lowry to deep right field. Back goes Jankowski at the wall. He leaps and it's gone. A 2-run home run for Jed Lowry puts the Oakland Athletics on top 4-2 in the 10th inning. So more than just a hit for Jed Lowry. It's a 2-run shot and the A's lead it 4-2.
First home run given up by Adam Simber this year. Entered this game 37 innings. Because of the arm action, because of the action of the pitch, that is right down the middle, belt buckle high. That is not hard to elevate, and that's exactly what Jed Lowry just did.
10th home run of the year for Lowry. And a big swing and a miss for Chris Davis. You said the A's hit home runs, and tonight it has been the home run ball that tied this game and has now given the Athletics a 2-run advantage. And the sure-handed bullpen this year for the Padres has run into trouble here tonight. Fly ball right field, playable for Jankowski. Settles underneath and makes the catch. It ends the inning, but a 2-run home run for Jed Lowry has given the A's a 4-2 lead. Tenth inning as we play along to the bottom of the 10th, and Blake Trinan, the former Washington National and closer for the A's, into the game.
He has been lights out. 34 innings this year, only 22 hits. Opponent's only hitting $176, and there you see the splits. 40 strikeouts. And this guy's throwing upper 90s with movement. And we just saw a couple home runs. When you speak of home runs, Trinan has only given up 1 home run this year in 34 innings.
Matt Caesar, Travis Jankowski, and Corey Spangenberg scheduled to bat in the inning. Nice job by Lou Trevino, who pitched 2 innings for the A's, the 8th and the 9th. Retired all 6 Padres he faced, 2 by way of the K. Changes for the Athletics. Marcana moves from center to left, and Justin Smolinski Stays in the game in center field after pinch hitting. So Chris Davis coming out of the game. Caesar chops it foul for strike one. Caesar pinch hit in the 7th inning and grounded out to second base. Tardy on the 98-mile-an-hour fastball, 0-2. Travis Jankowski waiting on deck here in the home half of the 10th. Caesar with a foul tip for strike 3.
Did you see the movement on that pitch at 99?
Pretty nasty.
That was like wiffle ball like. Watch this out of the hand and then the late movement in. Try squaring that up.
Thought he foul tipped it into the glove, but he didn't. Just completely missed it. One down. Travis Jankowski has been aboard once tonight. Walked in, stole a base in the 7th. .15 saves for Trinan, trying to pick up his 16th. Strike one over at 97 to Jankowski.
Yeah, last year with Washington and Oakland, Trinan had 16 saves, 3 with the Nationals, 13 with the A's.
Oh, 2.
That's a nice, easy delivery, and that ball is exploding out of his hand.
Play for Jankowski to go the other way. Fouled off to the left, out of play. Hundro. 100-mile-an-hour pitch. I think he went. He did. 2 down in the 10th inning. Two more strikeouts in this inning. 13 in the game now for the Padres.
Yeah, try to square up the 99 with movement, and then you get the equalizer. You know, Travis choking up, trying to shorten up, can't hold up. That's a nasty breaking ball from Trinan.
So it's up to Corey Spangenberg if we are to continue. Walked in the first inning, scored the Padres' first run, grounded out in the 2nd. A bunt single in the 5th before striking out in the 7th. Ball and a strike to Spangenberg. In a row retired by Oakland A's pitching. And Spangenberg down 1-2. Two outs in the 10th inning with the Oakland A's on top 4-2 thanks to that gentleman, Jed Lowry. His 2-run shot to right field. Line down the left field line. That's a fair ball for Spangenberg. Over his cannon to play it, throwing to second base. Spangenberg will hold on with a long single. And the Padres will bring the tying run to the plate with 2 outs in the 10th inning in Eric Hosmer.
Well, Corey Spangenberg was able to watch 2 hitters come to the plate. They went down swinging, and he stayed on this breaking ball nicely. Bad location for Trinan. Lucroy was set up on the inside part of the plate, trying to jam him down and in. And Corey did a nice job of just soft serving that one down the left field line nicely.
Eric Hosmer 1 for 4 in the ball game tonight, singled back in the first inning. Ball 1. Twelve pitches for Trinan, and 10 of them have been strikes. Hosmer 1 for 1 in his career against Trinan with a home run. Two and 0.
And with every ball thrown, called ball, now 2-0, that strike zone for Eric Hosmer starts to shrink a little bit, something that is to his liking rather than swinging at a pitcher's pitch.
That's a strike, and it's 2-1. At the bottom of the zone at 97. Struck out Caesar, struck out Jankowski. Spangenberg with a single. Tying run to the plate here in the 10th. With the Padres down by 2. 2-2, and Hosmer swings over a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Swing and a miss. Hosmer strikes out, and the Oakland A's take game 1 in 10 innings as Trinan ends up striking out the side as the Oakland A's win this one 4-2 tonight in 10. Padres Live is next. Mike Pomeranz, what's in store?
Well, Donnie, boy, that was an unfortunate turn of events. When we see you on the post-game show, we'll break down what happened here top of the 9th with Piscotty, and in the top of the 10th with Jed Lowry. Plus, you'll hear from Andy Green. We'll get you set for game 2 with Joey Lucchese on the mound in moments.